In this video, we will discuss about fibrotic disease and the possible therapeutic target. So, what is this fibrotic disease? Fibrotic disease, in simple terms, we can understand that the thickening of the tissues that occurs that leads to the fibrotic like structures formations, and the one of the most common cause of this kind of disease is usually begins with this chronic tissue injury. So, because of this, what happens is that there is a traction force that might triggers the intercellular signalings or that might activate the mechanotransductions forces, and also the intercellular signalings gets activated that leads to this myofibroblast or this myofibroblast kind of structures formations that can be seen here. And in this case, what will happen because of the traction force that occurs due to chronic tissue injury, the integrins will experience those traction force, and that will trigger this TGF beta TGF beta activation, and this TGF beta will then and this TGF beta, when they interact with the cell surface receptors, then it will activate non-canonicals or this TGF beta signaling pathways, which is not normal. And this TGF beta signaling pathways will helps in this mechanotransduction in a way that it will activate this FAK signaling pathways that will lead to this actins like structures formations, and that will finally form a complex such as YAP dash that will translocate into the nucleus and upregulates more genes that are responsible for this fibrotic like structures formations, and this will then leads to this change in this ECM structure formations. This ECM structures become more fibrotic like structures. And how this changes occurs is that when these pro-fibrotic genes are expressed in the ECM, then one of the genes, one of the proteins that contribute to us these fibrotic like structures is type 1 collagen that will lead to this cross-linking of the ECM structures, and that fibrotic-like structures will thereby further activates or further cause this increase in the traction force, and the integrins that are that interact with the ECM will cause this pathways activation such as FAK pathways, ROC pathways activation that we have discussed in our previous videos. That will cause this that will lead to the conditions like the myofibroblast conditions, and this affectins fibers will form. And so this is a kind of like a cascade effect. Once it get triggered, then if the ECM or if the extracellular matrix gets stiffer, then it will further accelerated these mechanotransductions or these myofibroblast formations. And so what are the therapeutic targets that can be used to treat this kind of fibrotic disease? One of them is to target the genes that helps in this ECM cross-linking, such as LOX, TG2. That are the genes that the proteins that are found from these genes helps in this ECM cross-linking apart from this type 1 collagen. So this is LOX and TG2 will help in this cross-linking formation. If therapeutic targets, these can be used as therapeutic targets, then it will prevent the cross-link formations, and the stiffness of the ECM will be decreased, and the fibrotic effect or the effect of fibrotic disease will be goes down as these cascade activations will be reduced drastically. The other things is that this targeting this mechanotransductions pathway, such as target these integrins and FAK ROC pathways, so that the myofibroblast within the cells will not occur or will be reduced. And the third way is third therapeutic approach is similar, that is integrin mediated TGF beta 1 activation. So in this case, the TGF beta 1 will be targeted, or we can say this integrin alpha V beta 6 or its different variant beta 5 and beta 1 could be targeted, so that the TGF beta 1 activations will be reduced, and that will prevent this activations or initiation of this fibrotic disease within the cells. So I hope you got overview about the fibrotic disease and how the intercellular changes occurs during these fibrotic diseases. What are the possible therapeutic targets that can be used to diagnose this fibrotic disease? If you need to understand more about this disease in detail, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.